We got Doom Raider. We got Tomb Raider. We got Raiders of the Lost Ark. Come on down to the Raider store.
We got Dooms and Raiders. We do Dooms, we do Raiders, we raid your Dooms.
Dooms, Tombs, and Dooms.
Doom, 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 doom.
We got all your tombs here in the tomb room. We got all your dooms here in the doom room. Give birth to my son in the womb room.
Welcome to Tomb Raider. The blue glow.
You got me running into Toniac. You got me running into Toniac. I wish Vic was here.
I always wish Vic was here. I wish my brother Victor was here.
Whoa.
That's a reference to the first Del the Funky Homo Sapien album.
Okay, things I'm annoyed at in modern games, too many difficulties. Like, why? Just why?
And what do they mean?
I mean, they say exactly what they mean, but...
Yeah, but why are the titles dumb?
Yeah.
Just say easy, medium, hard.
I think every game should have one difficulty. Because making me choose is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, especially... I think that the difficulty options, like, ruin reviews. Because every reviewer, like, just thinks of it as, like, okay, I have to play through this game once to get to the, you know, as far as I can so I can write this review. I'm gonna pick normal difficulty. But games are often optimized for one difficulty, and they give you others, and they shouldn't. Like...
What's going on?
Who cares? I would skip all these.
But I want to know what Lara Croft is up to.
I can't take her voice, so I can't watch the cutscenes.
It's me, Lara Croft.
That's why I skipped every cutscene in the 2013 game. I have no idea what the plot is, and I don't care.
This is, like, really terrible and not a game right now.
I told you were gonna hate this. I knew it would start this way. I mean, I haven't played this one yet. I played the original, or the 2013 one, rather. But, like, the worst part of the new Tomb Raider games is that they have way too many scripted sequences. And it is a huge problem with the games that I hate. But there's enough I like about them that I still like the games.
I mean, this was always my analysis of the Tomb Raider reboot, is that, you know, Uncharted started off, you know, taking from Tomb Raider and adding its own stuff, but then Tomb Raider went back and started taking from Uncharted,
right?
But it had nothing new to add because it's Tomb Raider, not Uncharted, so the games were just Uncharted now.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about Tomb Raider 2013 that I think a lot of people just like didn't realize about the game because it doesn't really guide you to recognize it or like guide you towards it, is that it is an open world game with like, it's basically a collectathon, like a you know, old school N64 collectathon, but only after the scripted sequences are over. Because like, basically the way that, and I can't speak for this game, I don't know if it's exactly the same as the last one, but the way that Tomb Raider 2013 works is that you'll play a scene like this, and then you'll enter like an area. And in that area, there'll be either a platforming challenge or you'll fight a bunch of bad guys. Usually you fight a bunch of bad guys, then you have to find your way through. But after you've killed those guys, they don't respawn, and you can at any point in the game go back through the entire game. So basically, the whole world just becomes this big, like, empty, cool, fun, like, platforming level where you can explore and find shit. And, like, I'm a big fan of just, like, I love when a game rewards me for just deciding to go over there.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just see a mountain and I'm like, oh, cool, I wonder if I can climb that mountain. And then I do, and there's, like, a trinket up there, and I'm like, yeah! They knew I wanted to climb this mountain, and they rewarded me for it. And, like, I mean, in this game, it's pretty much all just stuff that boosts your EXP and makes so you can upgrade your shit. But there's also tons of hidden tombs, which are, like, the funnest part of the game, because that's where there's no scripted sequences, and it's just a platforming challenge, you know? So, like, obviously, it's a problem that the game that, like, that it kind of makes you play the most is like this way lesser game than the one that's buried under the surface.
Sort of like how fucking Final Fantasy 13 becomes an open world game 40 hours into it.
Yeah. Like, the moment that I got really into Tomb Raider 2013 is I was about halfway through the game, and I realized that because if you open up your map, it has like a list of all the trinkets that are in each place, and so you can go around and like try to collect them all.
Why are there no fucking subtitles?
I don't know.
That's annoying me.
lies at the heart of many myths and stories. Not of science.
Hey,
Rasputin's. I know that man.
We were both so excited to see Rasputin.
He tried to get Anastasia, but he couldn't get her.
The next piece to the puzzle.
Have you heard about how he got killed?
Didn't he get killed by a mob?
No, it's far more epic than that.
Watching my
I don't get it.
That's why I skip all the cutscenes in these games.
But I want to know the story of Lara
The
Croft.
story is stupid.
I want to know what mystical MacGuffin she's searching for this time.
Honestly, it was kind of hilarious when I was playing Tomb Raider because I had skipped all the cutscenes, so I didn't even know there was like a supernatural undercurrent until zombie samurai started showing up,
see.
and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
But that's like every Tomb Raider game ever. That's the entire
I
genre.
never played a Tomb Raider game before.
It's me, Hannah. Oh God.
Please skip these.
But I have to know what the story is.
There should be an oasis in the
This doesn't seem to even be informing us what the story is. I feel like you can infer the story better than these cutscenes can explain it. By the way, you totally are gonna get copyright claimed for the cutscenes.
What? That's not a thing. Is that a thing?
Happens to me all the time if I actually play cutscenes.
Jesus! Why? Why?
Modern gaming is a mistake. It even offered you the button.
I know, I pressed the button, but then I got scared. What if something really important happens?
Nigga. It's fucking Rise of the Tomb Raider, dog.
It's fucking Nickelodeon Guts on SNES. Here she is falling down the aggro crag. Well, she's already filthy.
Yeah.
They got right to the point.
Yeah.
Northwest border of Syria.
She's got a dunk ass.
She's got a fucking dunk!
So anyway, the way Rasputin died is that they fed him poison cake or something. They were trying to kill him. They were trying to assassinate him. But it didn't work. He like threw it up and was just like weak. So then they were like, fuck. And then they just stabbed him. And he still didn't die. So they tried to poison him again. Like they like just fed him poison. And then they put him in a bag and threw him in the river. And like when they found the body and autopsied it, they found that the bag had been like halfway crawled through, and he died of drowning. So he didn't die of the stabbings or of the poison.
Man was invincible.
Yeah. And that's why he became like such a legendary figure as like a weird spirit guy.
Yeah, do you think
he's,
that's
like,
why he
unkillable.
was portrayed as like a zombie man in
Yeah.
the movie? That's interesting.
Yep. He's just so hard to kill.
We learned something today on the Blue Glow.
Yeah.
A religious icon.
We learned that cutscenes in games are wrong. So,
Yeah. What the hell were we talking about before all this cutscene?
I feel like there's plenty I want to talk about, but I'm not sure yet if the gameplay is going to stick around long enough to talk about anything.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid that like it's just going to end and I'm going to get interrupted by the story.
Hey, she's got a glow stick.
Oh, cool.
She's going to a sweet rave party. Yeah, no, usually when Lara is alone, that's when you have the game for a bit. Unless she decides to read.
Some kind of marker.
I remember in the old days when you'd play Tomb Raider and the whole game was the game. The whole game was the fun part of the game.
Well, you can skip the cutscenes. It's all on you, dog.
Dad was right.
But I would much rather tediously lament the state of modern gaming.
As you've done for like your entire career on the internet. Remember Mass Effect 3? Did you ever notice that Mass Effect 3 had a really disappointing ending? And that, but not Bethesda. BioWare doesn't know what they're doing anymore.
Did you ever notice how Final Fantasy VII was awash in pointless retcons that ruined the integrity of the series and lessened the story of the game for all time and can never be undone?
You said 7. Did you mean Advent Children?
What?
Were you talking? What were you?
Didn't I say Final Fantasy VII Advent Children?
No, you didn't say Advent Children. You just said Final Fantasy VII. I was like, wait.
Well, then I guess Jeff Foxworthy was wrong for once. Did you ever notice that sometimes you make a funny joke and you say it wrong, but you don't realize you said it wrong until the joke is over and done with, and then it ruins the integrity of the whole joke and lessens its impact for all time, and it can never be undone?
The irony being that you undid the damage by that excellent follow-up.
That's why I'm a fucking... That's why they call me...
That's why you make the big bucks.
That's why they call me the master of comedy.
Yeah. Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff... Endless Jeff, the master of comedy Foxworthy. My final form. Now you see me as I truly am. I have been reincarnated as the Endless One.
I legitimately want to cast Jeff Foxworthy as like a scenery chomping villain now.
Yes.
like Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element, but it's just Jeff Foxworthy and he's not like acting, it's just him. You know, you seen The Fifth Element?
No.
Oh.
I know of The Fifth Element.
Do you know of Gary Oldman's character in The Fifth Element?
No.
He's like this insane Texan, like, oil tycoon kind of guy, but he just, like, talks in this hammy southern accent and has, like, weird hair.
Cool.
It's an alright movie. Surprised you haven't seen it.
I feel like I always heard that it was bad, so I just never sought it out, but it's probably not bad.
It's not bad, it's just extremely strange. It's like a really goofy, silly movie.
Which, I saw a trailer recently in the theaters for some new movie, and I forget what it's called, but it said, like, from the makers of The Fifth Element, as though that was, like, a critically applauded movie. But I know that it's not, so I was
It's
confused.
definitely a big cult favorite. Like, I mostly have known people who love that movie.
Well, shit.
And it shows up on a lot of, like, favorite citizen stuff. But I mean, the funny thing about it is that it was directed by Luc Besson, who is also the director of, like, a lot of things. Most of his movies are terrible, though. Like, most of them are just kind of like generic action movies, like Lucy or something. Like, I don't think he directed that, but he, like, produces a lot of shitty movies. I think he's better known as a producer than a director. But they'll attach his name to, like, everything he touches because The Fifth Element was a successful movie.
I see.
Like, critically acclaimed or not, I think it was, like, weirdly successful in spite of being, like, a batshit insane, funny movie. I mean, it's a comedy sci-fi. And you see Mila Jokovich's tits, which is pretty cool. I think that's her.
Mila Jokovic, the ultimate enemy of the Batman. Oh no, it's Mila Jokovic in skeleton form. Sometimes she turns into a skeleton. This is my new character, the Keep Up With the Lore people, because it builds fast and it doesn't stop.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he'll be in the furnace room and you'll hear a voice off screen. Hey, Mila Jokovic! I'm here to tell you a funny joke!
Did you ever notice how Mila Jokovic is in your fucking furnace room?
Jesse. Hold on. I need to remember the exact line.
Did I break the integrity of time and space with that one?
No, I'm trying to concoct a joke, but I need the exact words to make it work. God damn it. Did you ever notice that if there's a bank robbery, nobody bats an eye, but if one little mare gets shot, everyone loses their minds?
An oasis outside Berea.
I don't get it.
Oh, god damn it. the Joker line.
Yeah.
You know, one little mayor gets shot. Everybody loses their minds.
What little mayor? You talking about Twilight Sparkle still?
No, god damn it! The Joker says that line in the movie The Dark Knight, and everybody always.
Oh,
quotes it.
mayor! I thought you were saying mayor. I thought you were making
No!
a My Little Pony reference. That's why I was confused. I get it now. It's really funny.
You know how sometimes you make a joke and you say the joke wrong and it ruins the integrity of the joke forever and it can never be undone?
That sounds like the tragic origin of Mia Jokovic.
Yeah!
That's what took her from a kind of celebrated actress to a fucking Batman villain. She had one bad day where she told a joke wrong and became Jokovic.
That was too close.
That was too close as I repeatedly jump onto the spikes. But don't get hurt by them because the game didn't account for that. Oh, here we go.
Hit the box. There you go.
It's a really a flaccid gun sound.
You think so?
It sounded like pew pew.
Rapers.
Those goddamn rappers. Alright, Commander. Yapper.
Let's have a whole episode of us doing impersonations. Until we
I mean,
kill
isn't that what
ourselves.
we've been doing for 8 hours today?
I guess so. Well, we've been doing one impersonation
Yeah.
of Jeff Foxworthy all fucking day. Oh, God. Oh, I had one. I thought of one earlier today. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, you know you're an SJW if your safe space has a safe space in it.
Oh,
which
somebody
is-
would actually do that.
Which is a play on, you know you're a redneck if your gun rack has a gun rack on it. Which for years is something I thought was a real Jeff Foxworthy joke, but then found out that it's actually just Family Guy's parody of Jeff Foxworthy that I'd been quoting all this time
man is
as an
inseparable from the
example
parody.
of Jeff Foxworthy's comedy. That's a fourth layer meta right there. A meta only I could understand.
When you said that SJW line, it briefly made me sad because that is totally something that somebody would make in all sincerity. Like a
Probably.
Jeff Foxworthy, you might be an SJW parody.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that briefly ruined the integrity of the Jeff Foxworthy impression bit. But luckily, it saved itself because I don't want it to die just yet.
Yeah, nobody steal our Jeff Foxworthy joke.
Yeah, it's ours.
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy belongs to us
Yeah.
for all time.
No one can ever reference Jeff Foxworthy again. He's ours. Does he even still do comedy?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, I feel like nobody does comedy anymore.
I know what you mean.
Except for, like, Jim Jeffries and, like, even Louis doesn't anymore. He just does a stupid show. When was the
Yeah.
last time he did a fucking special?
He had a special this year.
Oh, did he?
It's
Well,
on
I haven't
Netflix.
seen
Well,
it.
everyone's moved to Netflix.
Right. Yeah, I guess I just don't watch enough Netflix.
Chappelle had a new one this year. Chappelle had like 3
Oh
new
yeah,
ones.
I heard about that, and I need to
Yeah.
watch those. Are they good? Did we
They
see
are.
them?
I watched the first one. It was great. I didn't watch the second one yet.
We should watch that and do a plebe and the weeb on it.
Whoa!
It'll just be us quoting our favorite jokes the whole show. Dude, remember when he said, black people? That was stank,
Dude, remember the part where his arms went limp and he batted the microphone on his thigh, laughing at his own joke 100 times in a row?
Did that happen?
That's like Dave Chappelle's like famous tick that he does after every joke. He goes, ah ha ha, boom.
I don't think I ever noticed that.
Well, now that I've said it, believe me, you will notice it, and you'll never unnotice it. You'll focus more on that than the jokes.
I mean, is it just like something he's doing as a beat between jokes, or is it just like a accident?
I think it's both. Like, I think he's aware that he does it, and he almost, like, incorporates it, but I don't think he could stop doing it if he wanted
I
to.
see.
I think it's just like a
Like
tick.
Eminem grabbing his nuts.
Yeah.
Like he makes reference to it, but then it's just something he does.
Yeah.
It is not deliberate.
Where in the fuck?
Similarly, MC Ride of Death Grips constantly during shows, like will take the mic and like swing it as though it's his dick. Like he'll just constantly put the mic on his crotch and swing it around and like play with it like it's his dick, and he does it all the time in every show. Like it's just his thing. This mic is my penis.
I was gonna say, when you said that about Eminem, doesn't every rapper do that? But then I thought about it. I'm like, no,
It's just
only Eminem does that.
Yeah, no one else.
It's like a meme that every rapper does that, but it's literally
It's
just
Eminem.
him.
Yeah, I can't think of one I've ever seen who like constantly grabs their nuts. Maybe it was like a thing in the 90s or something.
I think it was definitely like an era, kind of like, yeah, of that era.
Maybe like Pac did it or something.
Where in the fuck? So everyone complained about the puzzle markers in the first reboot,
Yeah.
and how they like ruined the integrity of the puzzles or whatever. But
It wasn't puzzle markers, and you can do them now. You just press R1.
I don't see them.
It's one of the buttons.
Unless
Press
I'm so
all the R
stupid,
buttons.
this isn't even a... Oh, I gotta shoot that thing. Okay, I get it. Now you've gotta stand on something. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. But, like, yeah, everyone complained about that, but, like, the puzzles were kind of always my least favorite part of the series and of every game.
Well, what I don't understand about everybody complaining about that is that it was entirely fucking optional.
Yeah.
Hunter, like, it's or Raider or whatever mode, like, the point of it is you press a button and it'll give you a hint if you're stuck, but you don't have to do it, and you wouldn't instinctually think to do it, because it's like a weird button placement. So, like, I never did it, and it wasn't a problem. Unless what they mean is just, like, that there's, like, white on the surfaces you're supposed to climb, but, like, I don't know. Who cares? Swim faster.
Run faster for the master. He's the master of the gym. That's from Even Stevens.
Never seen it.
It's the show where Shia LaBeouf came from. He was a little boy.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking, when you said that, I was like
Stunning.
picturing
We made it, Dad.
Malcolm in the middle.
No.
Boy.
Everyone thought that Shia was a funny, like a promising young star. But then he became Shia LaBeouf instead.
I'm very satisfied with the career trajectory of Shia LaBeouf. Like, I'm happy to have him in the... you know, it's funny. I have a very different perspective, I think, from a lot of people on, like, insane celebrities.
Yeah.
Because I think they're the coolest ever.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, well, I think... Considering, you know, my limited scope of understanding, admittedly, but my understanding of fame is that any celebrity who is not insane must be the actual insane ones.
Yeah.
Because if you can be at that level of fame and not have a problem with it and not lose your fucking mind, there must have already been something terribly fucking wrong with you.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Like, I feel like when I see, like, a Shia LaBeouf thing, like some weird shit he's done, to me, it's fun and hilarious. And, like, yeah, I mean, sometimes he's being, like, his whole Trump thing is fucking retarded. But, like his Do It thing was awesome. Like, that was a cool thing that happened. And I'm very happy the world has that now. But then I realize, I have, like, those moments where I realize that other people legitimately, like, hate them for it. Like people hate Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some of the things Kanye West has done, yeah, he's done some things that, like, he's an asshole sometimes. But, like,
how could he not be, though?
yeah, like,
When you're
Kanye
scrutinized
fucking
that
West.
much and fucking talked about and gossiped about that much.
And that, like, literally all of his music is about the, like, mental anguish of being a social pariah.
Yeah.
And how it has destroyed his mind. That is literally what he's rapping about, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, no one's paying attention.
'Cause
Like,
it's more fun to keep making him a pariah.
right. It's like this man is, like, constantly... I mean, I love that he basically shits on America constantly for the way they're treating him. You know,
Yeah.
he's like, look at what you've done to me. Look at what you've created. You
Yeah.
know, this is your fault. And he's completely right.
When you put it that way, I really want him to be president.
Yeah, he would be the best. You're the one who convinced me he would be the best president because you said he would get in and immediately reveal all the secrets
That's true.
of America. And I was like, yeah, I want that.
I just convinced myself. Hearing my own arguments back. Did Laura just go bald for a second? It looked like it.
I don't know. I don't think you can get up that way, dude.
Yeah, she just lost her hair. She has no hair. See that?
Oh, it's like broken off at the...
She's going... She looks like Furiosa. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, Rick, that's a real interesting thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Marty, you know, they work really hard in these games, but sometimes there's an occasional glitch. It just gets through. You can't do anything about it.
That's exactly how you explain it. I think some of the funniest lines in Rick and Morty to me are when they just say like really basic,
yeah, like really
everyday conversation,
like really not even true, just like not even funny, but like truisms.
Yeah, and that like aren't even attempting to be a joke, and I'm always just like, yeah, that's what brings the show to life to me. The casual conversation.
Family Guy does that too, and Family Guy is really good at it, but never gets credit for it because everyone harps on the
Family
cutaways.
Guy doesn't get nearly enough credit for a lot of things.
Yeah,
I think.
Like Family Guy is really good at like the rhythm of how people actually talk and like the weird, awkward silences and stuff.
Yeah. And I think a lot. I don't know. I mean, I think it's overdone now, but I like a lot of Family Guy's like deliberately obnoxious jokes.
Yeah, like
that I know everyone hates.
Like I love the hurt knee gag.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
classic.
I don't get why people complain about that. Like you realize the humor is that it takes a like.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. It is what it's supposed to be, and it's funny.
Yeah.
Like the joke is laughing at you, the person who doesn't find the joke funny.
Right. And that like. I mean, it's a perfect joke because it's also like exactly how I react when I hurt my knee, is to sit there and just like nurse it for 10 minutes and like get all melodramatic.
For all the talk about how like all the characters on Family Guy are like reprehensible and how like no one likes them. Like Family Guy
that has eventually become true.
It's true, but in like very small ways, Family Guy gets people. It gets how people are.
That's what I've always I think Seth MacFarlane is like fucking great, but like his shows just go on for so long that they inevitably have lots of shitty episodes.
Yeah,
you know, like even like Family Guy, I can't watch the later seasons of it because it really does get to a point where like it just is like overboard with like sadism towards its characters.
Yeah,
you know,
it's funny because as Family Guy has gone on, it's become apparent that Family Guy is not the show it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Because
it's very clear watching it, this was always supposed to be the Brian and Stewie show. Because those are the best episodes, is when it's just Brian and Stewie being a boy and his dog and going on adventures. The problem is that it started as like a Simpsons knockoff, and it's sort of forever stuck in that family sitcom setup. When it breaks away from that, it becomes like a great show.
Yeah. But regardless of Family Guy, I fucking love American Dad. Like, I can watch that show all fucking day. I think I even put it in my 9-ball of American cartoons. It is a good. How do you? But hell. Maybe go down there in that little shack or whatever. This little building. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that an explosive barrel or something?
Just
no, it was
XP
just a
crate.
cool little trinket. All right, sick, bro. But yeah, I fucking love American Dad. And Cleveland show's good too. Victor got really into that at some point. See, this is what I was gonna get at earlier. That every area has like a hidden challenge. That's just like shoot a bunch of something that like if you happen to observe your entire environment, you'll see it. You know.
Yeah.
And this is the one here, and that's what makes the game fun for me. It's just like exploring the environments to find the weird shit that I have to shoot at. But yeah. How did we get on the fucking topic of Family Guy?
Because I did that Rick impression.
Oh, yeah.
And that Rick bit sent us into a comedy writing 101 bit or some shit. Conversational comedy 101.
Yes, which is like literally a book written by Seth MacFarlane in Clerks.
Oh, yeah! Whoa! That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's a real interesting piece of trivia there. It's real.
Oh,
Oh
it's
no.
all a rich tapestry.